welcome back to Japan Game Junk's podcast. Today talking a bit about a Hard Off store visited on the 20th of April. I believe that is a holiday for some people in the world, but not for someone like myself who does not inhale things other than air. Anyway, this is a Hard Off store visited on that date in Chiba, Ichikawa, the Ono branch. And yeah, just want to describe some of the fun things found and purchased there. So, let's start off with something that I found there that I've seen previously in Koshigai City of Saitama, and that is a PlayStation 5 for only 35,000 yen. So that's less than $300 US right now. Maybe close to $250 US right now. Because it is the disk drive version, but with a faulty disk drive, so it does not read disks. So, basically, if you are looking for a PlayStation 5 and you want to get the digital edition, or you don't mind having the digital edition not reading disks, then, well, here you go. Because it is the faulty version, it costs less than the typically perfectly working digital version, and it's basically the same thing. Just you have a disk drive there that doesn't read disks, but maybe you could use it as a one-disc holder or something like that. Also found there that was interesting was a lunchbox-looking thing, the old plastic lunchbox, and this time, though, it was a Famicom case, a case that perfectly fits your original Famicom system. And yeah, then you can close it up and carry it around, and the lunchbox has the Super Mario Brothers game art, the box art. On the front of the, looks like a big lunchbox, but you carry around your Famicom in there. Thought that was pretty interesting, and it's certainly old, but it was 4,000 yen, a bit pricey for what it is. Next, what I saw that was very interesting was something I bought for about 500 yen way back when. I didn't think it's so expensive, but the digital cable for your Nintendo GameCube. If you look at the GameCube on the back, it should have the standard port to do the video audio out, and there's one more, the digital out. And this is the digital out cable for 10,000 yen. It's kind of crazy. Again, it's worth having. It does make a very good picture. But, yeah, right. Also that was a bit pricey was a Game Boy Light system. No box, nothing like that, just the unit by itself. But the skeleton, the clear plastic version, 20,000 yen. Pricier than most Game Boy Lights, but in very good condition. And I've not seen it either in that style or in that good condition, so maybe that's worth it to you for 20,000. Also, I saw that was of interest was a game called, I think it's Meruhen Beiru, for the Famicom Disk System. The complete version is 3,000 yen, about how much I've seen it before previously, but it's most interesting because the front cover has a topless mermaid, which is androgynous, and maybe you can pretend like it's female, and that's very interesting for you. I don't know. It's something I saw. Also, what was strange was for the Nintendo GameCube, the same game called GT Cube. It's a racing game. There were two on the shelf, right next to each other. One for 7,000, one for 4,000. The only difference is the 4,000 yen one did not have the outer sleeve. How Japanese GameCube games, they come in a sleeve. And a sleeve insert for the game to go in the sleeve. Yeah. So apparently that sleeve is worth 3,000 yen for that game. If it were me, I would, I wouldn't get it for that price either way, but yeah, the sleeve, don't think it's worth that much. Also not worth that much to me is for the PlayStation 3, there is the NASNE. The NASNE is kind of like this, a TV accessory for, I think it's recording TVs. I don't know if it's for, recording TV shows or something, I think. But it was unopened, still in its shrink wrap in the box, and thus it was 25,000 yen? Really? It's kind of crazy. Anyway, there were two of those unopened for that price. Maybe next time I go there, there's only one and someone actually bought one. I doubt it. Something I don't really like about this Hard Off is that many of their discs that have no case, they just pop them in this plastic tub. They can get all scratched up or whatever. There's no case. They just, 100 yen each one. They have things like, Wii, Mario Kart, and, Wii and PlayStation 1 and 2 games, stuff like that. But, it seemed like it was very disrespectful just to have the loose discs there to get all scratched up for 100 yen. But anyway, perhaps it's not even worth the cost to put them in a CD case with the labor-intensive cost and the plastic loss of the CD case. I don't know. So one thing that was there that might be of worthwhile checking is a Neo Geo CD console, only the unit, but working for 12,000 yen. Of course, mine I bought for 300 yen, but I would not expect that these days. 12,000 yen seems very, very cheap for something that's guaranteed to work. It does not have any of the accessories, no controllers, no power adapter, anything like that, as part of it for 12,000 yen. But if your Neo Geo CD has broken, which it likely has because they break quite a bit, then maybe this is something that you can do to replace just that unit for 12,000 yen. Something else that I thought was pretty good was the PS2 Slim model, the box only for 500 yen. And a boxed system and an unboxed system, very, very different prices. So if you happen to have the system, you just bought it loose, then get a box, and now you have a box system, 500 yen, pretty good. Also, something that was 500 yen that was boxed that I actually purchased this time was from a company called, I forgot, but it's a Justy TV tuner box. So what this is that it is a box that converts anything that you plug into it to a VGA output to play on a VGA monitor. You can plug in your TV signal, you can plug in S-Video, you can plug in other VGA components, you can plug in normal AV cable components. And it has its own internal speaker that you can use, or you can just hook it up, to some other speaker set or whatever. And it was 500 yen, and it looked like it would be a way that I could upgrade my various systems that are S-Video or perhaps AV cable to look better on the monitor I tend to use for playing games. So anyway, even though that monitor does have inputs for S-Video and TV and everything else, this adapter did claim that it could upscale and it could make things look better. So I figured for 500 yen I'd give it a shot. So I got that, and I'll hook it up sometime. Other thing I found that was in box was the complete iToy Play for the PS2. So it's the PS2 camera and the fun little mini game software that goes with it for 300 yen. A little bit cheaper than usual these days, and worth having if you have a PS2. And for 10,000 yen, the last thing that was very wistful for me, the Panasonic GameCube, the Q GameCube DVD player and GameCube system from Panasonic. For 10,000 yen, the controller only. Just the controller with the Panasonic logo on it. And it made me think way back when I paid less than that for the boxed Panasonic Q system, GameCube system, about 18 years ago, I think. This is back when I would get things that I wanted to have, but at the same time, if I could go online and sell anything that I bought for higher than the amount that I paid for it in Japan, I would do that, and then I just kind of put the profit into some credit card debt that I had. And I thought, you know what, I'll just find it later in Japan anyway. I'm selling this stuff abroad, and it's cheaper in Japan. Not realizing that stuff in Japan as well, of course, would go up very high in price. So many things that I sold way back when that I wish I still had, including my Panasonic FZ10 3DO video CD adapter, including a few WonderSwan crystals I had, including Neo Geo ROM consoles and stuff like that, I kind of wish that I had kept it. The only things I found later that I could buy cheaper than when I had them originally was the Virtual Boy and something else I forgot, but whatever. A Neo Geo Pocket Color. But anyway, it's a lot to talk about from this Hard Off store. Again, Ichikawa Ono, visited on 4/20/24 on a beautiful, sunny, very hot day, actually. But yeah, that's it for this day. Thanks so much for listening. I hope that you, if you're in that area, you go by and you pick up the Nude Mermaid game and you tell me what you think. Or maybe you get the Lunchbox Famicom case, or maybe you get yourself that PS5 you've been wanting to get cheaply. I don't know. But yeah, it's a pretty good store. It was actually a fairly recently built store, and it's worth checking out, so if you're in the area. I'm not sure how it would be accessible by public transport, if that's your thing. I decided to stop really checking into that because I'm not sure if, any information I give is any better than what Google can tell you if you don't drive in Japan. Anyway, that's about 3 times I've said anyway, so anyway, let's wrap it up. Thanks so much again. Have a wonderful day, and please keep getting your game junk.